Shade 45, we are back. It is the all-out show. Jude, and Lord Sear. We have special guests.
We have a genuine bona fide doctor in our midst. Hello, Dr. Sherrie. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
You got like a whole name, Dr. Sherrie Campbell. Like that's your government.
Yeah, I've got a whole name.
It gives you more. It makes you sound more official. You know
Doesn't
what I mean?
it? Yeah. Got to have a whole name.
Well, yes, it helps. All right, so we got Dr. Sherrie Campbell in here. She is a psychologist.
Yes.
And you did an article, right? Is that how we found you?
Yeah, I wrote an article about psychopaths.
Now, how to identify an invisible enemy, a psychopath.
Yes.
Let's talk about the psychopath thing, because a lot of people think of, like, you know,
Ted Bundy?
Kill somebody and have sex with their dead body in the wound, and then ejaculate in the wound, and then like, drag them somewhere.
Yeah, that's one kind of one. But
is that a psychopath?
Yeah. That's more of a sociopath. But
So people get them confused. What is a psychopath?
A psychopath is somebody who's actually incredibly intelligent, very organized, controlling. They know the human emotions extremely well, but they don't feel any of them. You would never know that someone is a psychopath until you've gotten mixed up in their grip. But they are like your neighborhood watch people. They're your Sunday school teachers. Politicians. 1 in 24 people are psychopaths, and only 20% of the prison population are psychopaths or too smart to get into jail. The sociopath, they're messy, they're disorganized, they leave a mess everywhere. If they commit a crime, they get easily caught.
The psychopaths are calculated.
Very calculated, very militant, controlling, perfectionist.
All right, so how do you spot, like, what are some signs of a psychopath?
They're never wrong, extremely charming. Everyone seems to follow them. They're covertly controlling. So
what does that mean, covertly?
Covertly meaning like you don't really know you're being controlled.
Oh, they're manipulative.
Very manipulative. And so you're kind of stuck in it, and the next thing you know, you're getting taken advantage of in every way possible, and you can't figure out how to get out. If you confront, they find a way to manipulate that around as well.
So, like, for instance, a pimp would be a good example of a psychopath, as would a preacher in certain instances?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Many preachers have raped little boys, so those are psychopathic.
Or just
people.
rape people's pockets.
Both.
One of the two.
You know?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so how can you protect yourself from psychopaths? I feel like when you're describing this, you're describing a lot of people's relationships that they're in. I feel like they get involved with somebody. Like I'll see somebody get involved with someone, and the guy wants to text them all the time. They kind of use the text to keep them on a tether.
Yeah, if we go relationship-wise, they idealize you at first. They sort of prey upon you. They choose you, then they get you, and they idealize you. And you have actually never been made to feel better, smarter, more beautiful, more amazing, and the sex is incredible. And then they got you, and then they begin to devalue you. So they lure you in, then they start to devalue you. They start cutting you down. You're never good enough. It's not perfect enough. They toss out every relationship frisbee they can, and you'll catch it perfect, and they'll go, nah, that's not what I wanted. And then really out of nowhere, they get bored. They discard you, and you're confused and completely needy, desperate, crazy.
Jesus Christ, Doc. I feel like you're describing me. Fuck, dude. That sounds awful.
Okay, Jude, you can't be being a psychopath. That's not cool.
I don't think you... I don't feel like psychopaths, like, plan on that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but they don't care about anybody's feelings. And then once they let the person go, then they hoover.
What does that mean? Oh,
Hoovering is like
stick around?
They stick around because it's supply. You know, a psychopath is like a narcissist on steroids. They need endless attention and supply from other people. You know, they're the people that drive around that have the license plate that says it's all about me. You don't have that, right, Jude?
I don't have a personalized plate because that's for a douchebag.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, at least you're not a high-level psychopath.
No, I'm a low level. I'm like I'm a low-level psychopath.
You're mild.
I got a touch of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I got a touch of psychopath. So all right. So I feel like some of my homeboys. All right. So is it fair if my buddies got pussy whooped? Is their girls some psychopaths? Because they be keeping them in fucking panties, dog.
Yeah, there's some very psycho women out there that will key your cars and do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't know that those women are considered psychopaths, but they're psychopathic women that
Why
have an
wouldn't that
intention.
be? What about the woman that be pussy whooping their men? Like, it seems like the same type of shit. They're controlling. They're fucking insecure.
That's more like borderline personality disorder. A psychopathic woman is going to be a lot more calculating than just giving up the hoo-ha.
Than just giving up the hoo-ha?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like,
Fuck is a hoo-ha, doctor?
well, it's a JJ, a vagina.
JJ.
Pussy.
All right. Okay. Because I meet some homies, and then the next thing I know, like, they get a girl, and then, like, she'll have them in some panties. And to me, it's like, here's something to think about. Do you feel like some people just want to be involved with psychopaths because they choose these psychopaths to follow? Like, maybe they're not strong enough to stand on their own, so therefore they need somebody to follow, or they need somebody to tell them what to do.
Yeah, there's definitely that personality type where they're a little bit more passive, easier to take advantage of. A psychopath isn't going to go for a strong person.
Right.
A psychopath is going to go for the person that he knows or she knows that they can manipulate. And those are usually giving, pleasing, good-hearted people who probably have a hard time saying no.
Codependent.
Yeah.
I feel like, but like, there's kind of like, there's two modes for men and women. And like, just as a man, like, once you get the pussy, sometimes the hoo-ha, as you call it, once you get that hoo-ha, like, shit changes. All of a sudden you're like, man, God, I hate that fucking song that we just fucked to. You know what I mean? Like, I hate, suddenly I don't want to listen to Effervescence or whatever the fuck she wanted to bang to, and that's a stupid tattoo. Like,
it clicks in you. Yeah, you should probably look at that, Jude. I mean, that's something you might want to look at, because if you get it, and then it's not appealing to you anymore, that means that maybe you weren't really invested in the first place.
I was invested in fucking.
Okay, well, we're not talking about just fucking.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about having a relationship with someone.
Okay, word. So what can you do if you got psychopathic tendencies and, like, you don't want to be like that? Because there's certain people. Let's say for argument's sake, I got a touch of that shit in me. Mm-hmm. So I got a touch of it in me. I still want to have a meaningful relationship. What does a psychopath do to monitor themselves?
Well, they should go to therapy, for one, and learn how to have empathy. I mean, that's what's missing in a psychopath. Like, if you go and screw the girl and now all of a sudden you don't like her anymore because you've got her, then there's something missing in you. There's nothing wrong with her.
I know there's something dead in me.
Yeah,
but what?
Not good.
Well,
so I would
we're not going to judge things here, doctor. We're not here to judge.
That's what I do.
You
keep talking. I'm going to diagnose you.
You're supposed to fix, not judge. You know what I'm saying? Help me out. Write me a script.
You're not my patient yet. I'm just giving you a diagnosis.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, man. There's a bunch of people that want to talk to you.
Okay, cool.
So why don't we do this? 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. If you want to talk about psychopaths, what's some other common shit that you see with psychopaths outside of relationships?
Very successful in their careers, incredibly charming, easy to get along with.
They you find me charming?
No, so charming, Jude, incredibly.
Fucking great.
Turn it down already.
I can't.
God. You get to have them, they'll meet all your needs, they'll jump through every hoop to get you thinking what they want you to think, and easy to manipulate.
See, I'm
Dress
not that
nice.
bad. I'm not that bad. I'm not a total psychopath.
Just partially.
I'm a touch of psychopath.
You got a mild case, Jude.
I feel like everybody does. And if they don't, they're just like bitch made. Like I feel like there's this gray. Like I feel like the gray area is way smaller.
Area. Yeah, it's a gray area. It's definitely a gray area.
How do you deal with motherfuckers like that in the workplace?
The workplace is hard because they're almost impossible to work with unless you're pleasing them, and they're very, very successful. Actually, a lot of our top executives, politicians or whatnot, are on the psychopathic, narcissistic side of things. Yeah, they don't care.
They're operating under a different moral compass than most everybody else, and they're going to throw you under the fucking bus whenever they can. So how do you protect yourself against that?
Well, you have to learn how to work with them, which is you please a little bit just to get you in, and then you've got to learn how to set what you want, and then you please them again. So, it's like you kind of rub their belly with, oh, yeah, I get what you mean, and you go and stab them with what you need or what your reality is, and then you rub them again. As long as you're always making them feel good and you're still able to get your points across, then you're doing well. But it takes a whole lot of strategy.
And don't threaten their possession.
Don't argue.
Don't
you're not
threaten
going to
their position.
win. No, verbal warfare, you're not going to win with a psychopath. You will not win.
You hear that, Sam? Quit fucking arguing with me. I'm a fucking psychopath.
Hey.
I'm right.
What's going on over here?
It's awkward, right? It's fucking
It's
awkward.
just fascinating watching you have a tantrum. It's great.
This is that's not a tantrum. I'm Italian. That's how we.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's how
All
we
right.
communicate. Yeah.
All right.
888-742-3345. We're talking to Dr. Sherrie Campbell here about psychopaths. And you said I'm a mild psychopath?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you feel like you're a psychopath at all, or are you just like perfect?
No, I'm not perfect.
What's your issues?
I would say I could be too nice.
So you're the other side.
I could be, yes.
We would work out perfectly, basically.
See? Dominant, passive. You're right.
That's what's up. Hey. Fucking awesome. Everyone's got their own little weaknesses they got to work on.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you're at home listening like, damn, I'm fucking a piece of shit psychopath, don't feel so bad, because, like, we're all got our own little
We all
dings.
have our stuff, yeah.
We all got our own dings. All right, I want y'all to call up 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. We're having a psychopath talk on Shade 45 with the bona fide doctor.
Ooh.
Can you write me scripts? Because I could use
I will write you scripts.
some Vicodin
Okay, good. I'll write
for
you a
the
script.
pain in my heart.
Oh, let's just read a book on empathy. That'll fix it.
It's much fun, but okay. All right. I thought you were a cool doctor, but I guess you're
Well,
not a cool
I could
doctor.
give you a script for a case of the fuckets.
Was it-
what?
yeah?
Yeah.
Is that Oxycontin? No? All right. Well, fuck it. Hey, see, I already had that
If
shit.
you can say fuck it, I can say fuck it.
She got
We
you
got,
a joke.
Let's go to Jordan in Los Angeles. Jordan.
Yo, Sherrie, I'm just trying to understand if I'm a psychopath.
Well,
And
talk to me, Jordan. Give me some reasons why you think that.
nothing. I'm just listening. Like I'm the same way. Like I go out with these chicks. I got chemistry in the beginning, and then once I get it, and once we go all the way, I'm just ready to move on, kick her out, just like stop answering the text and just move on to the next one. And it's not that like I guess it is a little bit of an empathy thing, but am I really a psychopath? I mean, out here, there's just so many beautiful women. Everyone brings something else, like it's just so
Let me ask
interesting.
you, how old are you?
I'm 27.
All right, you're just dating. That's not being a psychopath. You're just dating and obviously having a ton of sex and then dumping them. But I think once you really get interested in somebody and your heart gets involved, I don't imagine that you would do that same thing. Psychopaths aren't everywhere, but it's 1 in 24. I mean, do you have any of the other characteristics where you always have to have the attention. You don't really care what you do to your friends or your family as long as you get your way? Or do you have any of that stuff going on?
Yeah, I definitely got a little bit of that.
You're a piece of shit,
Wow.
bro.
Well,
You're a fucking piece of shit.
You
man,
definitely need to look
stop
at it then.
Yeah, whack.
Man, we
I
all
was
like
gonna
that, man. Don't even trip, dude.
I'm not like that. How many people is it really like we're doing this, but like can a true psychopath really be listening to this and hear it, or are they just gonna be like, nah, that's not me. Nah, that's not me.
A true psychopath would probably not listen to this, first of all, and they would go into it's not me. They would find a way to make that not who they are. So this guy who's calling in, I mean, just that he's even looking at himself, it shows some empathy and it shows, something else. I mean, is he a little bit narcissistic right now? Probably 28, 27 years old. That's pretty normal. That's a good time to act out in the way he's acting out. And the world will teach him that it's not all about him as it keeps going.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
Let's go to E in Austin. Go ahead, E.
Hello.
Hello, E.
Hi.
Yeah, I just want to know if there's help, or should I just accept the fact that I'm a psychopath and find a bitch that wants my psycho
Well,
ass?
Okay, you can find a bitch that wants your psycho ass, but are you interested in getting help? I mean, is this something and you want to change? There's a tremendous amount of help out there, but you've got to really want it and not like who you are enough to go get it.
Well, I like who I am. It's just everything that you were describing was me. Like, I'll be in a
Okay.
relationship, and 3 months down the road, like, I'm just not interested anymore. I thought that I felt love before. I'm feeling like maybe I can't be in love. Maybe nobody's good enough.
How old are you?
33.
Okay. Again, you're not out of the realm of normal there, dude. You're a little bit narcissistic. I don't know that you're a psychopath. A psychopath
I
truly
am. I
has
got
no
custom
empathy.
plates.
Oh,
He's
you
got
do?
custom plates.
You got custom plates. Do they say it's
I
all
got
about
custom
me?
plates. Nah,
Are your
but they have
eyebrows
my
arched?
name on them.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, if you have no empathy and you discard them, now when you discard these girls, then when they go away, do you kind of hoover around and check to see if they're there when you've got another one?
Low key, I do.
All right.
Let me
You're a
ask you something,
hoover.
Doc.
Yeah, you need to go get help, dude.
Have you been involved with a psychopath ever?
Yes, I have.
Is this so? Let me ask you this: Is your view a bit tainted because of this? It's like you're not able to be totally unbiased because
Nah,
you've been hurt
having a
by a
re-
psychopath.
You're saying I've been hurt by one. I've been in a relationship with one. It doesn't mean I've been hurt by
I'm
one.
sure if you were in a relationship, they were fucking. I'm sure it wasn't the best.
It's the best experience to be with one, to know one, and to be able to describe one. And I work with lots of them in my practice.
So while you were with him, it was
So-
just a clinical. It was just a clinical experiment.
Patient.
So you weren't dating a psychopath.
Was not dating a psychopath.
That was my question. You never dated a psychopath?
No, I've not.
Okay.
No.
Well, what's that, sir?
Well, I got something to say. It's all right. Is this a psychopath? All right. I brought a girl to my house. I left the TV on, and I was playing a video game. I forgot I had on pause. We're talking. We're chilling. We about to get into it. Get intimate. But I really wanted to finish this game, and the game wasn't mine. I borrowed the game. I choose between her and the game, and I said, I hope she sleeps over. So I picked the video game, and I noticed it was like my fault, and she walked out the door. Now, was that being selfish? Was that being rude? I mean, we were about to get into
Yeah,
it.
dude. Bummer for you because you didn't get to have the night with her, and good for her for walking out.
What do you mean?
Yes, that was rude.
It's not the
That
first
was
chick to walk
rude.
out on him.
Yeah, no kidding. You don't
Happens a
choose a
lot.
video game over a
No,
girl,
it
dude.
wasn't.
That's
No,
bad.
the game was borrowed, and I had to bring it back that
I don't
night.
care if the game was
But-
borrowed.
You did borrow the
you,
game.
you did. It was
But she
borrowed, limited
chose to sleep
time.
over that night, so it was all good. And then I told her about the video game, and
How do we find? We spend a lot of time on dude psychopaths. How do we check out? Do women psychopaths act differently in relationships because they're approaching it as women?
A little bit in the beginning of a relationship.
What do we look for?
You'll get all the sex you want. They're the woman of your dreams. You've never had anything better. And then the next thing you know, they are peeling through every single text message you have. They're stalking you at work. They're driving around everywhere. They will do anything and everything to destroy your life. If you have children with
God
them, they
damn.
will get you for domestic violence when you never touch them. They will, I had one patient who scratched herself, ripped out all the phone cords, and called the police and sent the other part of my patient, they were a couple,
Get
to
the
jail.
fuck out of here.
Nope, and he hasn't seen his baby now for 6 months.
What a piece
She
of shit.
continues to find ways to delay going into court. She moved the state. Psychopath.
Let me ask you. My homie's got this wife, right? She used to suck his dick all the time, right? She get him cigars, give him blowjobs, and then as soon as they got married and he got her knocked up, she stopped giving out the pussy. And then
Did they have kids?
I felt like she was just like stealing his sperm. Like she only gave up the pussy every time she wanted to have another kid. Like she uses cigars and blowjobs to get him to marry her ass, and then all of a sudden that pussy dries up, and then she starts banging him again. She's like, "Oh, you can bust in me." She has a kid, stops banging him, so he's over there dry dicked than a motherfucker, and she won't let him smoke in the house now.
Yeah,
And then
so she
when
took
she
it
wants
into
another
control.
when she wants another kid, she bangs him again. Like the only time this dude gets sex is when she wants to have more kids.
Yeah, so I would say she's a narcissist. I don't think
That's
I'd say
not a
she's
psychopath?
a psychopath, no, because she's not doing anything evil to him.
That's fucking evil. Have
She
you
taking his money? Look, I
holding
don't-
out on the pussy as
Yeah,
in a
well,
married relationship is evil as fuck, doctor.
Yeah, I've not ever been blue-balled, but
It's tough. Let me tell you.
I empathize with you.
He's over there
I'm sorry
fucking
for
couch
you.
cushions.
Oh, boy, that's bad. Well, I mean, he could go to a sex store and get all kinds of things for himself. However,
I told
back
him to
to
go
the
get
lady.
some side pussy. I'm like, bro, man, get you some side pussy. She's a piece of shit.
Okay, so let me answer your question.
What? All right,
I would
break it
say
down.
that she's certainly controlling, and it's all about her.
Psychopath.
I would say
Narcissist.
narcissist
Okay.
on her. Yeah.
All right.
She's not stealing his money or stalking him or anything like that, keying his car. So no psychopath.
All right, Mike in New Mexico. I feel like you're way easier on chicks than dudes. I just want to let you know that because you didn't bring any money into the whole thing with the guys, but with the girls it was like
no. I
she's
said
gotta
the
take
male
money.
psychopath is incredibly successful, but the female psychopath wants to get into their partner's money, and they're different. The way that they approach their prey, it's
All right.
different.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Mike in New Mexico, go ahead.
Yeah, dude, I'm here. Y'all ain't talking about no girls. Don't you know these bipolar ass fucking girls? Name a girl that you don't know that there's two of them.
Well, that's just on their period and shit, but like that's hormones. It's not their fault. You know what I mean?
No, he's got a valid point. I mean, I think that
Come on,
in
Sam.
many ways there's more crazy women than crazy men.
It's true. Why y'all so crazy?
A lot of women are extremely insecure, and the jealousy is the most violent of all the emotions, and women tend to have a lot of that when it comes to men and dating.
All right, we're running out of time. We're gonna talk to Kiana last. Go ahead, Kiana.
Hey, I just want to find out. Okay, now you got me thinking I might be married to a psychopath.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Okay, because this is what he does. All right, he's real controlling. I think I'm like you. Like you said, you could be a little bit too nice. So we kind of work out because I'm like extra nice and he's like on the extra dominant side.
Yeah.
And like he controls the conversation. Like if we get into an argument, I can't get a word in. I have to text him just to say what I have to say. And I mean, he's not like mean to me, but he can be controlling. He is insecure. Like we could be somewhere like at a store, and a guy might walk by and he's like, "I see you looking at him." I'm like, "Huh?" You know. So what do you?
You're
think?
always wrong, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always wrong. You know what? You really should read the book called Emotional Vampires, People Who Drain You Dry. That will really, really, really help you because, you're with a guy who's definitely at least mildly psychopathic because it's all about him and he's incredibly insecure, which is another one of their big traits is that they don't have a sense of self, so they derive who they are from the attention from others and the control that they can have over other people. And you deserve better than that.
Y'all got some kids together?
We do have one.
Read that book, honey. You deserve better than that. You know, you've got a voice.
I got a plan. Scratch yourself, right? Scratch yourself and say that motherfucker cut you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Then call the police.
Out psychopath.
Yeah, that's what I was
girl.
going to ask that. Does that make me a psychopath? Because we've been together for like 10 years, so it might be a little crazy too then, huh?
No, I think maybe you've just reached your breaking point.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Good luck,
All right.
Kiana. Good
All
luck
right,
to you,
thank-
girl.
All
Well,
right.
Dr. Sherrie, it was a pleasure chatting with you. It's always nice to have doctors on and
Yeah, thank you.
talk to people that went to school and shit like that. That's really cool for
Always
us.
someone
Yeah,
smart.
great. Thanks, Jude.
Why don't you let everybody know where they can find you, where they can follow you?
Yeah, go to my Facebook page, Sherrie Campbell, PhD. It's SherrieCampbell. And my Facebook is huge, 50,000 fans.
Damn,
and then,
girl, you blowing up
right,
on
I'm blowing it up.
Facebook.
And you can find me on Twitter at Dr._Sherrie, and then SherrieCampbellPhD.com is my website.
Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you, Dr. Sherrie.
Thank you, Jude. It was nice being here. It was an adventure.
Was it?
It was an adventure, yes.
Take it off.
This is just like all your other shows you do, right?
Yeah, they're all different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you were fun. It was really fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh-oh.
I think she's lying.
Hey, did I hear something?
Let's go.